Welcome to So Bad It's Good, the show where we watch awful films and we decide whether they're good enough for you to go out and watch them afterwards.
We're trying to undig some gems.
Yeah.
Some crappy gems.
We watched Dead or Alive.
Ooh. Which is ironic because the film leaves you feeling like you're in a coma.
Dead or Alive is a film based off of a fighting game.
Which is never a good start. Video game movies in general don't really...
Terrible.
Yeah, there's not been...
No,
I'm trying to think of one that I thought was alright.
Rampage.
Dead or Alive, which is best known, I would say, for its physics engine.
Yes. Yeah.
It was known for women in skimpy costumes. I actually think the fighting system was quite good in that, but we're not here
to talk about the game.
We're here to talk about the film. And I would like to say that I think it is a very faithful rendition of what the video game is.
So the premise of the movie is that there's this tournament, the Dead or Alive tournament, where the world's greatest fighters receive an invitation, and they basically go to, I think it's a remote island or something, isn't it? And basically they get randomly matched up.
I select matchups based on computer analysis of the most competitive scenarios.
And essentially they have to defeat the other by a knockout. And basically the winner of the tournament gets the honour of being the greatest fighter in the world and $10 million. We're introduced to Kasumi, who is a princess.
Yes.
A princess ninja? A ninja princess. She's more ninja than she is princess.
That's true, because she turns her back on her princessery.
Exactly. Yeah.
Princessery.
Opening scene in the movie is her being told that her brother's gone missing.
Princess Kasumi, your brother is dead.
I will not believe he is dead until I see his body.
There is no body.
Then he is not dead.
That's not how it works.
And then she likens him to a cricket in a box.
No, she likens
herself to a cricket in a box because she says she's going to go
looking
looking
put the
for
cricket
him
in the box.
Yeah.
And then she puts a cricket in a box, literally.
Yeah.
She says you shouldn't put crickets in boxes.
No, she does it the other way around.
No.
She puts the cricket in the box, shuts the lid, and then looks at someone and basically sternly says,
I am not a cricket in a box.
And it's like, but, okay, you're not, but what about the
just
poor
put
little
the
dude?
cricket in the box.
Well, the poor little dude is a cricket in the box.
Yeah, but she's saying you shouldn't put crickets in boxes.
No, she didn't say that.
No, she said don't treat me like a cricket in a box.
I am not a cricket in a box.
Was this film too deep for you? So she leaves and decides to become a shinobi. But before she goes, popping out of nowhere...
I can't even remember what her name was.
Ayan.
I kept thinking her name.
No, it was Ayan.
Alan. Let's call her Alan.
Let's
call her Alan because Alan is a nice Western name. And this woman has an incredibly Western face, given that she's a member of...
She may have been adopted.
Asian
we don't know her past.
No, we don't. But that's a problem with it.
But that is a device used to insert white people into films when they're not really needed.
Fun fact. Give me some fun fact, yeah.
Ayan Alan comes out of nowhere. She goes, "Oh, I could kill you, but I'm not going to."
She says, "No, she doesn't say I could. She says I should."
But if you leave, I'm honor bound to kill you.
So she says, "All right then."
Yeah, she says, "All right, I'm off."
Ayane, I know of your love for my brother. I will find Hayate and bring him home.
Alan and Kasumi's brother are lovers.
Well,
sorry?
Did you not get that?
No.
The director of this movie, he has directed martial arts movies in the past.
Yes, he has, yeah.
But he's directed them in China for Chinese audiences.
Yep.
And some of the kind of the mechanisms and the
wire work
and the stuff that they employ is similar to something like what you saw in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. But in this setting, in this sort of fast-cut film made for a blockbuster Hollywood audience, it just all falls flat. And this is the first real taste we get of it.
Yeah.
It's either she can run really fast or she can throw swords really slowly.
But she's really strong.
Yeah, strong
so
flick.
it's...
That's fucking sick.
And then someone from somewhere completely unknown throws an invitation. She catches it.
Yeah, just calm as you like. Like, hello.
But it comes from behind her.
You'd think the other guys were throwing it at you. You wouldn't think, here's an invitation.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
maybe that it just is the way invitations are sent in this universe.
Yeah.
Well, it is for Dead or Alive.
Throwing stars.
Imagine what birthday parties like as children.
Step 1. Making contact.
Tina.
Big T.
I told you I'm busy.
But Miss Armstrong, he just...
Hey!
She thinks she's standing there and she's just moving up.
What, someone else's legs hanging?
Tina is a professional wrestler. And that's about all we know about.
You know what?
That's as much depth as she gets.
Other than that, and the fact that we know her dad is Kevin
Nash, an actual professional wrestler.
This is so embarrassing, Dad. I cannot believe you're here.
Kevin Nash.
That is kind of all the backstory you get with her.
She's just a sassy cowboy wrestler who's actually a good fighter.
Just give me a fucking concussion. Well done. Think about his future.
She seems to have left the world of wrestling in order to prove
she's a legitimate fighter.
Yeah, that it's not a fake thing.
Tina on the boat, she's on a yacht, on the phone call, and she's interrupted.
Are you there?
Hey, Dad, I'm gonna have to call you back in a minute, okay?
By people who I would have thought would have been lovely chaps.
Well,
first look, you thought they're just offering cookies and prayers, I think.
Who your brother, interestingly, referred to as Somali pirates.
Logic. That's logic.
I mean, it is,
logic.
but also, why don't you just take handguns and shoot from close range into flesh?
You just hold it up and go, get off the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Don't get too close.
If you do exactly as we say, you live.
New deal, boys. You boys get off my...
Apart from that and shots of her in a bikini.
Yes, that is her. She gets an invite as well.
What do you know? Looks like I'm going to the ball after all.
Someone must be aware that she's actually a pretty good...
Yes.
You know, they can't have just watched her dispatch these Somali pirates.
Well, maybe that was a test. Maybe they sent the Somali pirates, Indo-Somali pirates.
That's true.
But who do we go to next?
I don't know, Tom. Who did we go to next?
When you look at me, tell me what do you see? This is what you get. That's the way I am.
It must be Holly Valance.
Kiss, kiss, isn't it?
It is.
Kiss, Holly Valance.
May I help you?
Her makeup is perfect.
I
know. And then she just... Yeah.
So Holly Valance, who is she Tina?
Christy.
Holly Valance, she's been caught thieving.
Someone broke into the safe at the Hotel Peking last night. Stole cash and diamonds.
She sits down and then she
You're fully expecting some sort of kind of Basic Instinct.
Oh, is this where she sits there and she flashes him?
That's Fatal Attraction.
No, she flashes
Basic Instinct.
That's it.
Oh, is it?
However, I would say that it was...
It brought you to the edge, Tom, didn't it?
She puts on these knickers, and I'm thinking, they'll stop at like just above the knee. They go up. That was pretty saucy. I'll give it. That was probably
enjoyed that, didn't you?
That was probably sexier than anything in 50 grades.
50 grades. 50 grades of shade.
Yeah,
Did she like imply like she's gonna go with them peacefully?
She basically says, "I'm gonna go with you peacefully, but I need to put my bra on."
Yeah.
Will you let a lady get dressed?
They teach you that in police training.
If you need to hand a perp their underwear, then you must only do it with the barrel of your gun in a suggestive manner.
Yeah. So he was following procedure.
I mean, shit kicks off, doesn't it? She basically high kicks this gun.
Are you sure he didn't really like this?
Sort of. I just think it's so ridiculous.
And
then
there
has
must
time
be
to
one
just
hell of a high ceiling.
arms up to catch the gun.
No!
She catches the gun, points it back at his crotch.
Yeah. And says, do me up.
Yeah, which I think they're going for kind of, in that moment, they're going for kind of, this is a powerful woman.
Yes.
But they have also just had her fight with no clothes on.
So that is liberating.
That's kind of the funny thing about this, is that obviously all the sort of main-ish characters are women.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
You'd think that'd be sort of a semi-empowering thing.
Yes.
But it's done in
kind
such
of
a way.
is, but it's done in such a pervy way.
Yeah.
It just ruins it completely.
Yeah, it's the very much kind of Die Another Day era, Pierce Brosnan era Bond girl kind of, they're powerful women because they can kill people, but they'll do it by smothering them with their vagina as opposed to just punching them in the face.
As Mother Nature wanted them to.
Yeah.
And then she gets in the lift.
Oh, mate.
She was such an arsehole.
Evening.
It would be a bit odd if just a woman just ran in and just
I feel like his
underwear.
facial expression is justified.
Yeah.
And then we find out.
Well, then it
we don't see it.
Cuts to the lobby.
Yeah. He's stuck in a suitcase.
Yeah,
and she's nicked his coat. I was a little bit like,
I've gone off you.
Yeah, but it's fine because then
after being so into you during that whole fight scene.
It's fine though because a second later we get the shot of her arse hitting the motorbike seat.
Do like a movie with powerful women.
But those are the three main protagonists for the movie. That's the introduction's done, isn't it? Everyone else, no one else gets
They're more minor characters.
No one else gets the title cards. No one else gets kind of the...
We were slightly worried we were going to get at least 8 of them. You know,
I did say at one point how many more of these were going to
luckily it ended after Assassin and Master Thief.
It wasn't like 20.
Yeah.
Welcome to the world's greatest martial arts tournament, DOA. I'm Helena Douglas, and I want to thank you for accepting our invitation.
Why is she on rollerblades? Because she's cold.
We open up on the airplane, and they're obviously mid-flight already.
Yep.
And they're watching the in-flight.
And it is, by the way,
Helena telling them what's going on.
It is the weirdest bunch of people on a plane.
But that's the thing. It looks like a group of video game characters.
Yeah, it does. They've done well.
It just look completely odd though, because it's not a computer game.
It's like the Fortnite bus thing. You can imagine if you could view it.
That's essentially what happens. Isn't it?
Yes,
they all jump out of it.
Yeah, that is true.
Princess, allow me to go first.
And we meet Helena,
who's on a video, isn't she?
She's on a video roller skating. That's her thing. She is the daughter of one of the
founders.
Yeah, the founders of Dead or Alive.
Dad is dead.
Daddy's dead. At the moment, it's a mystery. We're not sure how, but we all know, don't we, really? Because there was 2 people that owned it, and now there's 1. And the other guy is a bit unhinged, so we kind of got an idea of who it was.
Dead or Alive was created by the late, great, famed Douglas, Helena's father, and my very good friend.
But Helena's on roller skates, and she's going to be in the competition this year. She's waited years to be in this competition, and she's going to be make her dad proud.
Yeah, she's fighting for Dad's honour.
If she wins, does she get the money, or does
she
just get the?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Isn't that her money?
No, it's her father's business
It's
money.
The company's money.
It's Dr. Victor's money at the moment.
So when her father died in completely non-suspicious circumstances,
totally non-suspicious,
did that just not all get handed over? Did his share not just get handed over to her?
No, because he probably said, "I want Dead or Alive to carry on."
Yeah,
and don't give Helena anything.
What? I got an invitation just like you.
So on this plane, we obviously meet Kevin Nash.
Max.
We get introduced to Maximilian again, even though we kind of already saw him, but we don't really.
Reintroduced, and Holly Valance, she introduces his genitals to her incredibly strong grip.
But what I do know is you left me alone in my Hong Kong hotel room.
I would never leave such a woman as you alone.
And the actor went, "I'm not even questioning it."
Yeah, that's the thing that I don't get.
It's really badly dubbed at this point as well.
The whole film. Curtis raised that first, actually.
Yeah.
He said that the whole film...
I just really noticed it then.
Badly dubbed.
Tina Armstrong. Baby. So how come you're here? And that lady just said, the best in your fighting style. If I recall, you're a wrestler. Wrestling ain't really fighting now, is it?
Zach, we learned very early on that he's a bit of a... Not a sleazeball, but he's there for the ladies.
I mean, he's...
Lord, Tina's beneath you.
And I sure would like to be.
Dad.
Whatever.
He basically just tries it on straight away with Tina.
The
most
it doesn't matter
uncomfortable fashion.
Well, yeah, it gets worse though. But I think every scene he is in, he is flirting. Like, I think that is literally what happens in every scene he's in.
He's not even flirting, he's leering.
Flirting, yeah.
Like, he's just like, hello.
You know what? I think I would have seen it as being more lecherous if I didn't think that these girls could beat the shit out of him. Because the power...
Lecherous.
No, it is. But because the power dynamic, we've already seen that these women have kicked so many men's asses already. Before even getting to this plane, I was a bit like, she'll just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
Yeah, I think he does.
Well, he would. If
they're the best fighters in the world.
They've been invited to the thing.
Yeah, but I think he... I mean, it may just be...
He's not thinking, there must be a layover somewhere and all the birds are getting off.
To get to DOA Island, you have to bail out now. Parachutes are under your seat. Just aim for the Buddha on your left. Have fun.
So Helena then says, by the way, guys, if you want to carry on this little adventure, jump out the airplane. Yeah. I think it's really terrible because you could be an amazing fighter, but you could be shit at parachuting.
I'd be thinking, how the fuck am I getting my luggage?
Well, the plane's
they're not jumping out with their luggage.
But the plane doesn't go down. I think the plane comes into land. It's just the first test of the fighters.
They might just fuck off.
Or you think the plane just carries on flying?
Yeah. No, there's still a pilot. He still needs to...
I think he still brings it down because they still need to
leave.
leave.
If you've kicked all your...
At some point, they can't parachute off the island.
Come on, Chris. Start thinking in sensible ways.
Yeah, all right.
So they land, and shockingly, our 3 main ladies all land together outside this this tall structure,
the Buddha
Buddha thing. Yeah. One of them's like, I can get up there on my own, up this tall statue.
They need to get...
They all just start randomly jumping up.
They start racing each other, essentially, trying to get there first.
And then they realise that they're not going to make it on their own, and teamwork will be needed.
If we're going to make it, we need to work together.
And this is girl power. This is our first time of going, you go, girls. And they do like the whole arms together and chucks her up.
It's quite orange, isn't it?
It is.
And I'm not saying because it was women working together, but just the whole bit was pretty awful.
The way it's actually done.
Yeah. Then they do these wonderful tests on them, don't they? Because they've got
Again, it's just.
I don't know why you
it's
guys
just
are acting-
another point where it was an excuse to get the women in underwear.
No, Chris, they needed to do the test.
Physical
Tests.
scanning, like almost like they're going to 3D print new versions, like sex dolls.
Yes, it is very much
Yeah.
like that. The blokes less so.
The blokes less so. Yeah, the blokes.
We don't really see much of them.
You get to see Zach. They're trying to do Zach, and Zach's buggering about because he's dancing. And
Hey, this thing kind of reminds me of a disco.
I don't know what sort of fucking. I don't know what sort of places he goes to, but it's, you know,
You know, those
like,
ones where
and
you're-
they're like, if you keep moving, it's not
You've
going to
never
work.
been to a
Right.
silent MRI disco.
No.
It's important, I know, but you can't stop Zach, man. You can only hope to contain him a little bit.
It's also probably important to point out that they inject them with nanobots.
Yes, this is important.
Is that
to
what
the
happens
story.
at this
This
stage?
is
Yes.
what happens.
The idea is that the nanobots will monitor their physical
Yes,
sort of
performance,
performance.
and it gets their skills and matches them up with other people. That's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, and Dr. Victor Von
Donovan.
Victor
Donovan. Yep.
It's at this point where he makes a comment about
Bring up Tina Armstrong. I was impressed with her musculature.
What musculature?
But this is where we first meet Weatherby.
Weatherby. He's our
Eject-
slides and DNA man.
He is. He's our Tim.
I work in a lab. I analyse DNA fragments. I look at slides under a microscope.
Those who don't know who Tim is, watch the
last one.
Extinction.
Yeah.
He's
He's proper perving.
Yeah, he's perving as well, and I'm like, oh, he's a creep. Like
Yeah,
he's gonna be.
And he's like, oh, with the nanobots, I can see him from the inside too.
Does he say that?
No, he doesn't. I imagine everything. He's just like, oh, I can see her tits from the inside.
Yeah,
as
so
well.
that was.
Oh,
all
I
of
know
it.
what her nipples look like from the back.
Yeah.
Day one, bit of warming up, bit
Yeah.
of limbering up. All of the ladies
I tell you
again.
what, she looks impressed. I tell you what though, Chrissy, is it Chrissy? Tina.
Oh, hang on, who's Chrissy?
She's
Oh
got.
no, that's Holly Valance.
She's got some muscles on her. It looks like in the
Yeah, she
shots.
does.
Yeah, apparently the women sort of trained for a good sort
To
of
do it.
three,
She
4
looks
months
like she's
before
trained.
the movies.
The
Well,
other
she-
two don't particularly
You don't think
look
Holly
like
Valance-
muscled up. She looks like she could be a fighter.
Yeah, so they get fitted with
Fitbits.
like these little Fitbits with a
Yeah.
little video screen on, and when it buzzes and shows you a photo, it basically
shows you a face.
Shows you a
It's just a
face,
pager
and that's-
bracelet.
Yeah, it's a pager bracelet, but it shows you a photo, and that's the person that
You've got to beat
You've
up.
got to beat up.
Yeah.
and it can happen anytime, anywhere.
Anytime,
From
anywhere.
that
Anytime,
point.
anywhere.
So they
From-
could
from
fight
that
at that
moment,
point or
you-
later.
Yeah, it's on.
I didn't even realise at the time that the fighting had started, but the fight,
Yeah, no,
it
that's it.
just all of a sudden we just get.
Well,
all
there's
these-
too
all these
many,
matches.
Yes,
too many
yeah.
characters to get through, isn't there? Really?
Like Helena fights, which we couldn't remember. It all comes up very video game-esque, isn't it? With
It
life
does.
bars
on
at the
screen.
top. And
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a very faithful rendition.
Why would you though?
Can we also talk about when they fight? There seems to be a lot of water just coming from places.
Yeah, do you think that's?
Yeah, the weird.
Oh yeah. To come out of her foot.
There's several different stories here. This is deeper than I think we're letting
realised
it.
at the
Yeah.
time.
Well, I've got the emotional story now.
Kasumi is obviously after the death of her brother.
She's after
Trying to
answers
find-
about her brother.
Yeah,
Chrissy.
Holly Valance is with Maximilian, and they hatch a plan
Yeah, in
to
cahoots
steal,
with Max to
the
rob
money.
rob the place
rob the place completely, because she's a master thief, remember,
and assassin.
and an assassin. To unlock this safe, for some reason,
God, yeah.
I'm not sure why, but they know that Helena
Is the key.
but they don't know
Did I
how
walk
or
out of the
why.
room for this bit?
No, you
No.
were probably here.
I mean, the dialogue is so dull in
Yeah,
this film.
we did
Yeah.
talk a lot through it, but I
Yeah.
think it might be explaining that bit in the bedroom. But the only bit I took away from that was her with that really creepy line to him about,
Right now, I'd prefer you do something else with your mouth.
which suggests to me that she kinda-
Cunnilingus.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it embarrassing?
Well, maybe it's embracing.
I feel slightly like just,
maybe
it's embracing
the female body.
but it's not, is it? It's objectifying the female body.
Depends how you want to see it. I see it as
Alright.
powerful.
What do you reckon? Directed by a man or a woman?
Fun fact. Fun fact.
So then we get Kasumi goes to Dr. Victor Donovan and says, "Oh, my brother," and he says, "Yeah, it was Leon." And then, in literally, I think the scene or two afterwards, he goes, Kasumi's quite impressive. Let's put her against Leon.
If it bleeds, I can kill
I need my eggs.
But before that fight happens, we've got Zack Attack.
Is that his new name?
Yep.
Don't you just love this place? Know what I especially love? The view.
Zack is trying it on with Chrissy.
Tina.
Want some?
I'll pass.
She doesn't seem into this at all.
No, she's not into it, but she's batting back as much as he's batting forward.
So you're saying there's some bants?
There's a little bit of bants.
A little bit of bants.
Until we then cut to a fight starting out. Kasumi and Leon fight begins. And then you cut back to the hot tub. And all of a sudden, he's...
Come on. Loosen up. You are way too beautiful to be this tense. Maybe a little quality time with Zack will loosen you up.
It gets really creepy, like really quickly.
It gets almost quite rapey.
But luckily, she is a strong, powerful woman, and she goes, take your trousers off.
Close your eyes. Keep them closed.
Okay.
You're wearing way too much clothing.
Hey now.
So they set up the fight between her and Leon.
Kasumi and Leon.
Kasumi and Leon. And she's just about to go, and fucking Alan shows up. Appears out of nowhere.
Fucking Alan.
And then, as soon as Leon appears, she's sort of like...
Yeah.
Leon.
She's so annoying. I have everything in this film that's awful. She's just the absolute shit.
And this happens to happen whilst Zack is eyes closed waiting for Tina to come back.
Yeah, I mean, he's a patient bloke.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Oh, shit! Tina!
Fair's fair. We've seen a lot of boobage. Well, we've seen...
Yeah, I mean,
Most
if anything, the ladies get a better deal.
Yeah. They get full frontal Zack.
Split second.
Yeah.
There's no
that's true.
lingering on
That's
his
true.
little
Yeah, I
jobs.
suppose we've
Yeah,
got...
but everyone knows that
we-
women only need a split second.
That's all it takes, yeah.
They've always been like, don't worry, that's all I need.
Yeah.
So Kasumi goes through to the next round, and she realises that there's no way Leon could have been the one that killed her brother.
Yeah, because he was too easy for her to beat.
Yeah, he
Too
wasn't
easy.
strong enough.
Kasumi lives up to her brother's reputation. 1 quarterfinal spot left.
And it is Tina
and Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash.
Father-daughter.
Oh, and
fight.
we were like, yes.
We were like, oh, this is going to be great.
And he smashes down the door.
Tina, it's showtime.
Dad.
And he's like, oh, I didn't realise you were a lesbian.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, well, we're not lesbians, we're just sleeping together. Oh, no, I don't mean sleeping together.
You can be lesbians.
This is the first point in the film where I start to get a bit annoyed by the application of the rules. You're there because it's a fighting tournament.
Yeah.
The fights they specify that the fights can happen anywhere at any time. When it buzzes, you go for it. He turns up.
Yeah.
They're supposed to have a fight, and she just says,
Dad! Not now. I'm in my underwear.
and he goes, all right, darling.
We'll settle up tomorrow, sweetie. Nice to meet you, miss.
Oh, it's Christy.
Tina's real name's Christina.
Dad!
To be fair, if anyone's going to cut you that slack, it's going to be your dad.
The setup is you'll be disqualified if you don't reach the place before sundown, but you won't be disqualified if you just don't have a fight.
Because they're still going to have the fight.
But how long
also,
can you...
anytime,
hold on.
anywhere,
how long
doesn't have
can
to
you...
be now.
I'm
But
just
how
gonna
long
hold
can you
off
delay a
yeah,
fight
going to
for?
hold off indefinitely. I've got a retirement party in 32
Yeah,
years.
Mr.
I'm going to have that
Rules,
first,
Because
and then we'll have a fight.
That's a little extreme, but if you're
But
knocking
who's
it back a
defining
few
it?
hours...
Yeah, who's defining
defining
it? Also, explain this to me. Why the fuck can she knock him off a raft and win?
I had the worst sleep ever last night.
Careful, baby.
My raft, my rules. Whoever falls in the water first loses.
Fair enough, Tina.
Apparently, the people who are in charge of the contests,
They also
they
went,
also go, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
just,
right.
just do what you like.
Yeah.
So can she seriously make up the rules?
I think they're going to go with it.
She wins.
She wins pretty easily from the looks of
And
it.
then Kevin Nash is gone. He's done.
Poor Kevin.
Oh God!
I can have him removed from DOA Island, or I can have some fun. Punch up, Bayman.
Maximilian's trying it on with Helena, only because he wants to try and find out what the clue to the code is.
He's not an arsehole. He's not cheating.
He's not
on her.
cheating on Tina.
No,
he's not at all. Chrissy.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, your time's up.
You know, that was an accident.
That guy was staring at the camera like, what the fuck?
All that I remember was none of this film at all. I genuinely didn't see this bit. So
Yeah, no, yeah.
We should kick him off the island.
Can have him removed from DOA Island.
He's gone to hang himself. He's eyeing up Elena's body because she's got tattoos.
So at some point, well, she's got tattoos in this scene. At some point, they have. You assume that him and Holly Valance have discussed the tattoo thing being potentially
I think
relevant. I think in the
it
bit
was
that we
in that
missed,
mouth scene, yeah.
Yeah.
The sex scene.
But basically,
The
yeah,
prelude to the sex
Don't
scene.
make it classless.
Yeah. So he's sort of giving her a rub down and looking at her tattoos and stuff, isn't he?
And then Holly Valance gets all pissy.
Yeah, he gets all shirty.
Do you do squats?
Sorry. Just slipped right out of my hands. We're playing volleyball. You want in?
Yeah, let's play.
Throws the volleyball at him.
Robs a volleyball because she was not playing volleyball.
very
I called
true.
this out when we were watching it,
You
and
did.
it still annoys me now. She does not have a volleyball, so she goes and takes someone's volleyball
and throws it
in order to throw
she's
it.
an arsehole when she shoved an old man in a suitcase.
That's
To be
true.
fair.
Yeah.
And she's a master thief, so they probably didn't even know the volleyball was gone.
Then we get volleyball scene. It feels really pointless.
Which is unnecessary.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Have to relax between fights.
And does the bodyguard get a boner?
Oh.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
I can't move this ball.
Please don't take the ball away from me.
Do you think you can manage to keep him occupied? I'd like to explore his lab, search for signs of Hayate.
In order to get away from actually jizzing in his pants, he leaves to basically go and
Beat
look
up
around.
30 people.
To go and covertly look at the lab.
A Shadouken flies through the and pops the volleyball, and they're like, "Oh my god, who did that?"
And it's a shuriken, and it turns out fucking Alan again.
It's Alan.
Every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you.
Alan's ruined everyone's fun.
Yeah, again.
Everyone's fun.
How my poor heart aches with every step you take.
After that, we then get
yes,
Weatherby's.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That is atrocious. That was like they let the BTEC students film it.
There was some like pervy looks before.
From him while he's sitting at the computer screen. Oh, I know what her nipples look like from the back. The setup for this, you kind of think she's going to just be really dismissive of it. She's going to be kind of the cool girl at school, and he's going to be the nerd.
I'm Weatherby.
What are you doing?
I thought they did this excellently, actually.
You thought this? You really?
I was dead impressed because Helena is not who you think she is.
I work in the lab. I'm Weatherby.
Helena.
Because she's riding around on her roller skates, and she's like, she
With
seems
a little thigh gap.
with a little thigh gap.
Would you like another drink? I'll get you another drink. I'll get you another drink.
Thanks, Wellington.
Actually, it's Weatherby. My grandfather came over with his horse.
But actually, she comes across as quite an insecure woman, and it was quite nice to see someone with a bit of depth, if I'm being absolutely honest. And I know you're taking the piss. I totally understand.
It is the most depth to any...
I genuinely was like, oh, this girl isn't just I'm super strong and can beat the crap and I'm sassy. It was like, oh, she's actually quite... There's a delicateness underneath this fight.
Hey, Wallaby.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Oh, that's nice. I thought she was going to be a dick.
Yeah, I was going to hate her.
And it was quite a sweet, like, oh.
Genuinely very nice because she is, I would say, out of his league by a lot.
He's made to look nerdier
the
than he is.
character.
I agree, his character's definitely not made for that.
Yeah.
And maybe I felt a personal connection on it. I need to give props sometimes to certain films, and I do think that was actually done pretty well. And even the whole relationship as it carries on, I thought they did that
the dynamic
really well.
between the two of them later on where she's protecting him. I thought was kind of quite sweet as well.
I've got your back, Helena!
Fun fact. Give me some fun fact, yeah.
Fitbit's Buzz.
Yeah, Tina's
and it's
Zach's.
Tina and Zach.
Yeah.
They're pitted to fight against each other. And then someone goes, oh, let's not ruin the party. Let's just do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And again, this just compounds my irritation.
Fine.
Well, she then says, yeah, all right.
Yeah, she just goes, oh, okay, yeah, let's have a fight tomorrow morning.
Fine.
I'm pretty sure there was a bit of pressure from the rest of them on that bit, was there not?
Fine.
That's why you're all there.
Yeah.
You're not there for your beach party and your free drinks.
You
and
can
your
do beach parties anywhere. You can't do Dead or Alive anywhere.
Win the contest, get 10 million quid and throw your own fucking beach party, you leech.
I'm surprised this is the thing that got you wound up about this film.
It did. The rules really messed with him.
Because it really annoyed me because the rules are sort of they give these rules.
It's a fucking awful film.
It is made,
but there are rules to be followed.
They lay down these rules that you fight when you're told to fight, and you could be told to do it any time, any place. And then they just don't bother, and there's no consequence.
Yeah,
there's no consequence to not
you can
bothering.
tell which one of the three of us is a parent, can't you?
So they're fighting on like this bandstand.
Yeah, which
something.
I think is also a level from the game.
More than likely. She pushes him off, and he just goes, "Oh, that was really tough. You win.
You were good.
Yeah, you were great. Carry on."
Yeah.
And then he gets up.
Boy, am I sorry I messed with you so much.
And that's
like
it.
He's almost like he's not even broken a sweat.
Yeah, but you can concede in a fight. I know
For
the purposes of the film, it's pretty lame.
It's awful.
But you can concede.
No, but
I'm not suggesting you can't, in general terms, concede a fight. But he just gives up on all of it. Like, it doesn't actually matter. How much money you got in the bank, man?
I said this at the time. MMA fighters will go until they knock each other out. These are the best of the best. Zach would have been knocked out so many times beforehand fighting to have got to the level he supposedly got at. There's no way you go. You were good.
I mean, clearly,
that was harder than I expected. You punched me twice.
What a shot! They were like, we're just going in for that old-fashioned Western shot. Okay, sure.
So it's an intense fight. We were all on the edge of our seats.
Apart from me,
he can't remember it.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I wouldn't say I was on the edge of my seat. It's
No,
kind of.
You maybe nudged forward a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of went. I was those two. Stylistically, this is probably where they've given it the most thought in terms. It's very much
on how do we see nipples?
How can we? How can we make
Gotta
this
be wet.
as objective as? How can we objectify these two women as much as possible? It's almost like a flashback because you've got Chrissy sat drawing a picture.
Yeah.
And the picture she's drawing is of the tattoos that are on
her neck.
At the back of her neck.
On Helena's neck.
Chrissy beats Helena.
Yep.
Yeah. And that was her dream.
Yeah.
So she's ruined
been waiting 21 years for this.
21 years. You would have thought a bit more prepared.
Yeah.
Kasumi, Tina, and Chrissy.
Yeah.
Trying to find the bodyguard.
Yeah, walking into an unnamed kind of
an area they probably shouldn't be in, but they casually walked in.
The door opened for them, so they strolled through.
Yeah.
Hayabusa, what happened?
Gas goes off, knocks them all out.
Yep.
And then they wake up and they're in tubes.
Princess! Now that I have your attention, let me introduce you to the future.
And this is where he reveals
his master plan
by means of some incredibly bad sunglasses.
Yes.
His
Google Glass.
His ultimate. Yeah, Mark
It's
1.
awful.
His
Yeah,
ultimate
it is
master
bad.
plan.
Oh dear.
How do you think they sold it to him?
Yeah, magic sunglasses.
Donovan's
Magic sunglasses.
Magic sunglasses. Oh, he's downloading all their skills. He's going to be the ultimate fighter.
Right.
We had something of a disagreement while it was happening on the TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where he puts the glasses on.
No, because they extract the nanobots, and then from all of the fighters, well, the four.
No, the four that are left, yeah.
And then they put the nanobots into him.
No, see, I don't.
And then he puts his glasses on.
The nanobots are key to it, but he puts on these terrible sunglasses.
Yeah, they are awful.
And then what he basically does with the sunglasses is it's akin to the Matrix, where
yes,
when
I want to
Keanu
drive a
Reeves,
helicopter.
Takes all of the data from the nanobots and downloads it via these glasses into his brain, and that therefore makes him as skilled a fighter as all four of them combined.
But it doesn't go into him. Because I was like, oh, that's cool. So he's got those powers.
I thought the nanobots went into him, and then this was just something to make it seem like...
No, because he needs the glasses in order to fight.
Oh no.
Surprises upon all surprises.
Yeah.
My brother.
Didn't see this coming at all.
Kasumi's brother.
Dead but not dead.
He's alive.
Point of the glasses was that he could predict the outcome of the fight through the computer doing all computery stuff.
No, he's predicted every move now. See, look.
Yeah, but wouldn't he change his moves
Yeah,
based on the fact that none
yeah,
of
he
them
would,
were
Dave,
hitting?
but don't think about it. So also at this point as well, Maximilian has snuck himself in.
Why did he take it out?
So that he can move the others around.
Can't you just take them all out and just fucking move them?
Yeah, to be fair.
Oh. What a way to grab someone when they're
laws of physics again. Just right place, right time. Just leans out, grabs him, pulls him in over the balcony.
It's outstanding.
Yeah,
it's like
it's Alan standing.
I have to stop.
He runs into Helena.
You are not gonna get away with this, Donovan.
That's exactly what your father said, right before I had him killed.
Oh, there was the complete reveal. No point to it. Yeah, she has no idea.
She didn't know.
Well, the reason.
Well, no. She has suspicions because Weatherby did say, but he didn't have to go that route.
Yeah.
He could have just said,
But
that's absolute crap. He was my best mate. Like he could have just sold it that way.
Talking about love.
Begins fighting Helena
and isn't doing very well.
What a shame. You didn't download my moves.
My brother made an excellent point of that's pretty useless then if you have to have the data of the person you're fighting to be able to beat them up. He has 4 of the top fighters in pods
You'd
and he
think
takes
that
their
would
data.
be enough.
He would destroy. One of them's beaten Helena. Dr. Victor Donovan goes and sees Weatherby, smashes his head on the keyboard.
Yep.
Place will be dust.
Every evil guy's lair has a self-destruct.
3 minutes.
Yep.
It's not long.
Yeah. I was about to say, I don't know how he's getting out of the
Yeah, like that's really not long. And then
what is his plan there? Because I don't think he ever...
run really fast.
they go back to the old thing from the start, what they climbed, wasn't it?
The scaffolding outside the Buddha.
With no ladders.
With no ladders. Kasumi,
they have this ridiculous fight on these
smashes glasses,
crossed railings, smashes glasses,
Yeah.
rendering him
Useless.
completely useless.
Absolutely useless.
Like that's all it took.
Yeah.
And even still, he had the four of even when he had the glasses on, he had their data,
and he was still struggling.
He was still struggling.
Yeah.
So
predictably, he went out the window.
Yeah, he's testing. Well,
I suppose because when there's four of them, you don't have time to stand there and wait for this thing to run through in real time all the...
No, it did do it incredibly quickly. The first time he does it with
you see the whole
Useless
fight.
Brother.
You see the whole fight.
No, I know, but you see the fight because they need to explain what the computer is doing. But it happened in like fractions of a second.
So you're telling me that the nanobots were controlling his body then?
No, because he didn't have the nanobots.
But he had to react quick enough.
I'm fed up with trying to explain the ridiculous logic.
Well, then why try? Why try?
I don't know, because I'm inquisitive. I want to ask the questions and find the answers, but there just aren't any because it's just nonsense. It's fucking horrible. Please stop. Don't watch it. Just don't bother.
Hold on, we'll give our score. Don't jump the gun on this. Back of the neck, acupuncture. Eric Roberts. He's sat there like that.
Completely immobilised.
He can't move.
Sort of takes the skin off his face before it does anything to his hair, which is surprising because it comes from
You would have thought the
behind
hair
him.
would have singed
Yeah,
first,
yeah. Well, you thought that would go up in like a... They all jump off. When they jump off, it sort of shows down, and it is a beach.
Does it?
Yeah, it's definitely
There
a
is a
beach.
beach.
There is
Yeah,
sand.
there is a
Yet
beach
they
there.
seem to manage to jump just
Far
far
enough.
enough that they land in about 20 feet of water.
Yeah.
And then they
The Somali
run into the Somali
pirates.
pirates again.
That was Dead or Alive.
Oh shit!
That's the second film in our So Bad It's Good series.
I think this one was so bad it was bad.
So we do it by a star rating. We all give rubbish stars. We all give out of 5 our enjoyment of the film.
Yeah, so five is a rubbish film, but it's quite enjoyable.
Yeah,
because
thoroughly
it's
enjoyable.
rubbish.
How many would you like to give Dead or Alive?
I'm going to give it 1.
1 star.
1 rubbish star.
What is that 1 rubbish star for, do you think?
Just for trying.
Yeah?
Yeah, just for trying. No, no, I don't even know why I'm giving it 1. I think I've just been nice. There's no redeeming qualities in this film whatsoever. It's a terrible story. The characters are flat and boring. It's got fucking Alan in it.
I am going 1 star with this because I never want to see it again.
No,
ever. I mean, even doing this.
I was about to say the worst. It was bad enough watching it first time, and having to actually relive it in longer form.
Yeah,
was
worse. I agree. So I never want to see it again.
And I've not had a cigarette in at least an hour and a half.
Oh, poor you! I've got to edit this.
Yeah, I don't know if you know what withdrawal is like, and it's just making this film even worse. So no, fuck it. I'm not giving them any stars. I'm
You're literally going
I'm
no
pulling
stars.
my star back, nothing. Because
not even half.
No, nothing. This is nicotine withdrawal talking now, but fuck it.
That's what I'm saying. Do you want to just hold on a bit, Chris?
No.
Because you're losing it. I never want to see it ever again. It was hard to get through in places because the fight scenes just kept coming and you didn't really care at a certain point. I also want to say that I did have a laugh with it. And it was obviously us laughing at it. But there were several hilarious moments from that evening that I remember watching it, especially the shoe part. I was in hysterics.
Gets the start with the shoes.
Honestly, and I kind of like the Weatherby and Helena thing. I kind of like what they were trying to do. You're going with your source material. That's your audience. I think they hit what they wanted to hit with it. It is a bit exploitative of women, definitely, but it also shows you the powerful side of women as well. David,
do you know what? Before you two started speaking, before you two gave it your scores, this was about a 1.5 for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it is kind of, there is enough in it that's badly done that makes it funny to watch. And also, I thought if I'd have watched this when it came out, right, 2006, I probably would have watched this and, much to your annoyance, would have just been like, well, that was all right.
Yeah, you would, because that does annoy me. You do that.
That's all right.
Yeah.
But whereas now, having watching it now, in current context, in like based on kind of how far movies have come in the last 13 years, in
even
terms
TV
of kind
shows
of,
have come further.
In terms of kind of the quality and everything that goes with it. That's what really makes this
funnier than
a bad movie.
Although we call them rubbish stars, I do think maybe we should call them enjoyment stars. Because it's the amount you've enjoyed the movie experience.
If you think, like, if
I didn't.
No, I know you didn't.
No, you didn't.
I'm not questioning.
Yeah,
I'm not questioning yours.
I'm not asking you to amend your
score.
No,
you're fine. I'm staying with 1. But that's why I understand your 1.5.
Yeah, I got a lot of mileage out of the rules piece.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
And I've kind of enjoyed having a rant about it.
Yeah.
And therefore, I think I am going to stick with my 1.5.
1.5.
It's bad enough that it's awful.
Yeah.
And I definitely wouldn't watch it again.
No. Yeah.
But also, I do think that
you had a bit of a laugh.
It deserves some credit for being so poor. It's equally as nonsensical as Extinction, but doesn't have. At least this moves along at a fucking pace. There's no unnecessary walking in this stuff like that.
That was a bit painful, but I just think this veered too close to just being just a shit film.
Just nonsensical.
I get
nothing
you.
mattered.
If I'd have watched this by myself, it might have been a 0.
But as an experience,
I didn't particularly enjoy watching this. For all that Extinction had some really just boring shit bits, I enjoyed
how bad it
was. And whereas this, there was just enough to like sort of, or be even remotely interested in the characters.
Yeah.
But then nothing else beyond that.
Yeah.
So we've got 0 here. 1 from me, 1.5 from you, so it gets 2.5 stars out of 15 on the enjoyment level. I can't remember what I paid for this, but it probably wasn't more than a £5. We're not going to watch Doom, by the way, just in case anyone saw that. Went, they're going to do Doom next. We're not.
I remember watching Doom at the time and thinking it was all right.
After this film, we did 2 films, didn't we, on Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh God!
Earlier, I really struggled to think what the second one was.
Now the second film is a end of the world kind of film.
We're not doing that now.
No, we're not doing it now.
No.
It's an end of the world film, and I very much enjoyed it.
I enjoy it.
Cannot wait to have that conversation with you. That will be the next one we release after this. So if you did enjoy this, what should they do?
Go and buy DOA on DVD.
You should subscribe. You should like. We're going to be doing more of these because we kind of enjoy just doing them, even though this didn't
go down
hard.
that well.
I've got better ones, I promise, Chris. Please do like, please do subscribe and share and tell your friends all about it. Also, leave in your comments if you've seen this film and you genuinely liked it.
Tell us what you think.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know in the comments, and let us know also what else we should possibly go for. I've got a whole stack of
any recommendations on So Bad It's Good.
Yeah, I've got a stack of them, but I might not have your suggestions. So please do put it in the comments below. And thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.